Okay, so the purpose of this video is to talk you through exactly how to approach the project. I thought people were getting it. It went really well the first week, and then it kind of fell apart the second round. So I want to make sure you know what it is you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so you get my message that the new week is open, or you log into LAMP and you go, okay, now what's due, this next range. Oh, I have part of the project to do. So what would you do? First thing you would do is you would go to your drive and open the folder. In the folder you have a document that has your group. Okay, and so you would open that up and you would say, okay, this week we're working on section A, and if you were student 1, then you would be job 1. The job descriptions are posted in LAMP and explained there. If I have time, I might go and add them to the group document, but for right now you're going to have to review that. But basically each of the jobs has a specific job. At that point, I would go to my submission document. Okay, let's see here, the submission document, and I'd say, okay, project section A, I'm job 1, what do I do? Well, I have to explain what should be backed up. Oh, that's section D, sorry. What did I do? Okay. All right, well, we'll pretend we're section D. I have no clue how I lost, went through, or A through C when I set this up. We'll pretend we're section D. My job is to figure out what should be backed up from a typical home computer. So I would go online. I would do some research. I would find out, okay, if I'm a home computer user, what do I want to back up? Pictures, financial documents, school reports, what sort of things. As a home user, what sort of file should I be backing it up? At that point, I would type in my name, and it does not need to be yellow, so I can, once I've highlighted that, I can just say none. Oops. Okay, there, and then wherever you see yellow, that's a placeholder. Okay, so I'd say, okay, explain that, and then I would start typing it up. I would type it in such a way that whoever was reading it would understand. So I'm making a user's manual. I would be typing in information about the user's manual, okay, to explain to a person with a new computer what they should be backing up. That would be my paragraph. And then I would use, and I do have in the sources document here, okay, the citation machine link, which I can open up, and I would simply go in, I went MLA style, and whatever source I would use, and I can copy and paste the URL if I have one, or tell it it's a website, enter the information, and get the source. At that point, I would cite my sources here, and I would copy them into this sources document. That way, okay, I have a record when I'm ready to finish up the document. Also, in my submission, okay, I say I used a source from PC Magazine, right? And the information I put in there, whether it was a quote or a close paraphrase, or a general paraphrase, which would be the best, I would still, in parentheses, in the body of the entry, cite that source. It was called an in-text citation. Okay, so that's what I would do if I was job 1. If I was job 2, I would basically look online. I'd come over here. Okay, I have to find a video on how to back up your computer to a physical and or cloud location. Okay, now I would look back to part 1 and see if my job 4 made a recommendation, which hopefully they did, and then I would look for a video that shows how to do that. Okay, specifically step-by-step instructions on what I actually need to do to back up my computer. That's the video I should find, and then again put the title, the link, and an MLA style citation of the video, and I would copy that citation into the sources document. Okay, if I'm job 3, I'm going to look for a source that is telling me, let's see, this is a article of some sort, okay, that tells me how often a typical home computer user should back up their computer. And explain how to set up automatic backups. Okay, so I'm looking for information on backing up my computer and giving me guidelines. Okay, so I want to understand how often and do I back up. Okay, so I'll find a source, and once I find that source, I'm going to analyze it. Okay, for CRAP analysts, so I'll try to find the currency or the date. I'm looking for something fairly recent. I'm looking to make sure that it addresses what I say up here. Okay, if I can't find one article, you may have to find a second one. That's not the end of the world. None of this should be too difficult to find. I'm looking for the authority of the author. Okay, so is it a tech journalist for PC Magazine? Is it a tech reporter for a newspaper? Is it a employee of Microsoft? Is it a what do you know about the author that makes it credible? And then accuracy and purpose. And again, I'm looking at why was that site created. Okay, a lot of what you're going to find for this type of stuff you should be finding in like magazines, online magazines or journals about for computer users. Okay, and I would put all that in. I'd put the title of the article. Okay, so anything that's yellow, you're just replacing. Okay, that's a placeholder. I'd add the title of the article, I'd add a link to the article, and I'd create an MLA citation. Again, same exact way. Put it here, and then copy it to my sources document. Okay, that way you have all of your sources in your document. Okay, if I'm job 4 this week, I don't have anything to do until the next week, okay, because 1, 2, and 3 go first, job 4. When I am job 4, I'm going to come to the submission document. I'm going to read what job 1 wrote. If I like the way they said what they said and how they said it, I'm simply going to copy it straight into my manual document. Okay, there's my manual. Here we go. Manual document. Okay, and right now I have the manual document set up with the sections in here, so you know what to do, but I would copy it into the manual document for that, and then I would come back here. I would watch the video. I would take notes on the video. I would look at how do I actually back up my computer. I would take notes again on how to do that. I would read the article on how often I need to do that. Okay, so that would be for that, and again I would take notes, and then I would come back here to my manual, and as a job D, my job is to explain how, let's see, how does automatic backup work? Let's see, my numbering is off on that, I'll have to figure out. Anyway, okay, oh yeah, job 4 is to write up the whole thing, sorry, which combines with section C. Okay, ideally you'll read over section C and combine it, and then you'll basically be explaining what should be backed up. That should come from job 1. How do I back it up? Okay, and how often do I back it up? Or how do I use automatic backup? So that should all be explained when you do your section in here. If you don't get all the information you need from your jobs 1, 2, and 3, and you have to get another source, simply add it and put it over here. As job 4, as a writer, again, make sure you use in-text citations. So give credit to the source in the body of your document. If you go to do your job 4, and somebody hasn't done theirs, okay, so job 1, 2, or 3, say it's, okay, so it was due Thursday, it's Saturday now, and you look and you go, oh, I'm job 4, job 1 hasn't done their job yet. What are you going to do? Right away, you're going to send me a message in LAMP, and you're going to say, Miss Michaels, job 1 didn't do their job yet, what do I do? And at that point, I will send you something to work with, okay? I don't want you having to do all the research on your own. This is supposed to be a team effort. So I will send you a link if job 1, 2, or 3 didn't do it. I will send you what you need to be able to do your job. You shouldn't be penalized because someone's not pulling their weight, okay? A couple other little things. One, if you're in a group of 3 or 5, check on your group sheet for specifically how to approach that, because we have things combined. And the other is, after you've submitted it and you have a grade for it, go back, and this is regardless of what grade you got, go back and read the comments section. Okay, I am commenting on pretty much everything as we go to try to make sure we're getting good information into our manual. If you are not satisfied with your grade and you would like to try again, okay, based on the comments and feedback I got, you may do that because, again, I want a good quality product. However, I will only regrade if you send me a message and say, okay, Miss Michaels, I'm in the MAT Group 1 and I was job B or job 2 for section B last week, and you didn't like what I did, so I fixed it. Could you please regrade it? Okay, so I need the job or the group you're in, please, the section that you redid, and the job you were that week. Send me that information, ask me to regrade it. I will regrade it. I cannot figure out who's updated what or changed anything. It's making my brain explode trying to keep up with that. So specifically log into LAMP, if you make changes, send me that information. I will be happy to regrade it and adjust your grade accordingly. Okay, hopefully this will clear up any problems that people have had. Thank you. Where's my